Hi, this is Mike from Lipstick Fist. I do a lot of antique shopping. I do a lot of buying weird stuff. I sell antiques. I do some stuff like that. So I was at the antique mall the other day and I saw this weird game and it's had a price tag of $2 and it was called Mystic Skull. And it has a creepy box and it was $2 and it looked like it was in a booth that sold lots of things that had nothing to do with that. So it looked really out of place. And I was like, $2? That's a win. And then I bought it and I was like, what if this is cursed? Because why would this be $2? It's like old as hell. It's got to be from like the 60s or something. Is it cursed? It's a voodoo game. Am I gonna like unleash a voodoo zombie or a curse or some shit on me? I've seen zombie. I don't want a voodoo curse. I don't want that skull with the worms coming out of his mouth to come eat me. So let's take a look at it and see if we're going to die. I hope not.
Some people might not believe that this was actually $2. So first off, let's take a look here at this price tag from the antique mall that says Mystic Skull board game, $2. I thought when I got up to the front, they were going to be like, "What the hell are you trying to scam us? This is a fake tag." This old board game is clearly more than $2, but it was not. And I left the premises with this board game after paying $2 and some tax, because we have to pay tax to give money to the government so they can waste it. But anyways, the game was $2. So let's take a look at this game, Mystic Skull, the game of voodoo with the mysterious moving skull, brought to you by the board game makers, the fun makers at Ideal. Ideal must have been a board game company, I guess, whenever this was made. It doesn't say on here anywhere. Let's open this bad boy up. I hope I didn't just unleash some old spirit from this cracked up, dirty old box. So it's got some kind of spinner in here. Look at that. Like, what are these? A weird face. Trade old weird face for pins. Trade spiders for pins. I guess the game pieces are these, like, is that a turtle? What is that? I think that's not a turtle. That's like a guy of some kind, I guess. He's got an angry, like, Polynesian-looking voodoo face, I guess. That guy, I guess they're... Okay, so this spins. It looks like the skull's supposed to hang from that thing. This is the mysterious hanging skull. Definitely does not look like something you'd buy at Dollar Tree. I don't think Dollar Tree existed when Ideal and the board makers at Ideal came forth with this idea, so... Maybe it's worth more than $1. I hope it's not cursed. This thing moves around. That's kind of weird. So what is this little coin thing? Is this a coin? What does it say? Take 10. I don't know what that is. Or remove something. That's very weird. Take 10 what? Little sticks? These are sticks. It's like pickup sticks, I guess, but they're really tiny. Do you stick them in these holes that are on these pieces? You can... What is this? A bone? That's a bone. I hope that's not cursed. It's not a real bone. I mean, I am not an anthropologist, but I don't think that's a real bone. This looks like it hooks onto something. I don't know if this is broken or not. Doesn't seem like there's any instructions here. You can take one pin from your bank or trade for spiders. I don't want to have any spiders. I guess your bank is when you put sticks in those holes on your voodoo guy. Like, oh, it might be like a voodoo doll where you're like poking it and then like bad things are happening. You can take pins from your bank or trade for a face or spiders or a snake. I don't want any of that shit. Okay, what does this say? I don't want to trade for that. That's not good. Or you can remove. I gotcha. Take 3 or trade for spiders or remove 2. I don't understand. Where are the spiders? What spiders am I supposed to trade for? Look at that weird face. I don't want to trade anything for that weird face. I don't want any snakes. I don't have any snakes or spiders in here, so where do they come from? Maybe this is missing pieces, but it looks like everything seems to be in here. This skull is not as mysterious as the box makes it sound like. They definitely don't look like the same. Like, the skull on the box looks badass. The skull that came with the game looks like it came from Dollar Tree. Okay, and there's no instructions under here. There's a crack in the box, which I hope didn't unleash a spirit of some kind that is going to unleash zombies on me in some way. I mean, the colors and the artwork are really, really cool looking. I definitely like that. Like, it looks like it's got like it's a small world color scheme kind of thing going on. I really like that. Like that artwork is badass. That would be like a good tattoo. I mean, they're very colorful, very cool. The game makers at Ideal put a lot of color into this. And as you can see on the back, there's no instructions there either. So there were no instructions came with the game. Now, this game's probably twice as old as me, so maybe they just got lost someplace. This has no instructions. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to unleash a voodoo curse on myself. Again, this is a game of voodoo brought to you by the board game makers at Ideal.
As you can see, that was a really weird game. So, I'm going to hope that we don't die now that we've unleashed the secrets of this mystic skull. If something happens to me, make sure that no generic TikTok artists mess with my music. But avenge me. Don't let this voodoo skull send me to oblivion. Avenge me. This is not a joke. Avenge me. I'm serious about that.